All right, all right. Once again, back is the incredible rhyme animal, the uncanimal, the public enemy number one. Oh, y'all don't know about that right there. Y'all don't know about that. Okay. Today, we're going to talk about how to get Amazon, Dell, and Walmart business credit cards without a personal guarantee. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Noel A. Booker Sr., and I am the CEO at Business Credit Builder. And at Business Credit Builder, what we do is help entrepreneurs and small business owners build business credit and access funding, okay? And we do that with a system that is able to build business credit on your EIN that is not linked to your social, okay? Because that's how businesses do. Businesses don't use their personal credit to further their business goals in most instances. You know, sometimes you got to use your personal to leverage yourself and get that jump, right? But I'm going to show you how to do it without using your social, your social or your personal credit. Because when you use your social, your personal credit to enhance your business, then now when you need to do something with your personal credit because you have personal things, you can't do it because it's all used up, right? So, okay. Now I'm going to show you how to get this Amazon, Dell, and Walmart, right? Now, at the end of this, I'm going to show you the system that we use to actually do this, and y'all can stay around for that if y'all want to. But yeah. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen and we're going to get popping. All right. Yeah. Oops, hold on. I think I messed up. 1 second. Hold tight. Human error. Okay. Okay. Boom, boom, bam. Okay, so now you should be able to see my desktop and this PowerPoint presentation. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, how to get Amazon, Dell, and Walmart business credit cards without a personal guarantee. Here goes my contact info, right? You got my telephone there. My email is noel@businesscreditbuilder.us, and I'm going to give you some websites that's going to start with businesscreditbuilder.us, and then I'm going to give you / wherever the address is, right? Okay, so the first button at the bottom is how you can get a free guide on how to build business credit. You go to / free guide. So that's businesscreditbuilder.us / free guide. The next button is how you get a free business credit consultation. And that's if you want to talk to me about how my business can help your business build business credit and access credit lines, loans, right? And the red button is for if you think you qualify for funding for your business now, then you would go to / get funding. Okay, so let's go. Business credit. Business credit is credit you get in your company name. This credit is linked to your EIN and not your social. Since there's no link to your social, there's no personal credit check to get approved. You can also get most business credit without the business owner supplying a personal guarantee. Here goes the benefits of business credit. There is no link to consumer credit, so no personal credit check is required, and accounts don't report to the consumer credit consumer agencies. No personal guarantee is needed in most cases. So you can actually build up business credit without using your personal credit, but using your personal credit helps you build up that business credit. Credit limits are 10 to 100 times higher than with consumer credit. You can build business credit and get a good score fast. So building business credit is faster than consumer credit, because consumer credit, for consumer credit, there's 5 items that affect your personal credit. With business credit, there is 1 item, and that's how you pay your bill. Okay. Having business credit increases the value of your company. Credit. Okay, let's get started. Okay, so you get started by making sure your business is credible in the eyes of the lender. That's how we're going to approach this Dell, Amazon stuff, right? In order to qualify for them, you have to have your business credible in the eyes of the lender. And I'm gonna tell you, being credible in the eyes of the lender is the simple steps, but it's the most important steps. Because, when you have this application, right? The application is actually just a screening process. It's screening you to go to actually get approved, right? So they're looking to see if your business is credible by this application. Because everything that's on this application, they're actually going to check something. And if you pass the screening process, then you can get considered for the account, okay? But first you got to pass the screening process. And a lot of people don't even pass the screening process because the basic stuff is not done right, okay? So let's go over some of these basic stuff. And this is necessary stuff, okay? First, you got to get your business name. You go to the Secretary of State in the state that you reside in and register your business name. Every state has a different place for that, right? That's what you want to do. When you set up your business name at the Secretary of State, they will ask you to select an entity. What you need to know is that if you select an entity such as a proprietor or a partnership, then you are personally liable for anything that happens with this business. So my suggestion would be to consider an LLC, which is a limited liability corporation, or a corporation. All right, this is the simple stuff. All right. Okay. So the next thing you want to know is you're going to need an EIN number. Now, there's 2 things you really need to know about the EIN number. One is you cannot build business credit without an EIN number. And 2 is that the EIN number is absolutely free. So I don't really talk that much about the EIN number. So if you got questions about it, just ask me. But that's all I'm going to say about the EIN number. You need it, and it's free. You go to irs.gov, takes you 15 minutes to get it, boom. All right. All right, so we're not going to talk about the EIN number. But once you do got this EIN number and you have your certificate from the Secretary of State, then you go get yourself a business bank account. With your EIN number, your certificate from the state, and your ID, you go get a bank account. Okay. Here goes something to know. That's good information to know. Even if you had issues with bank accounts before personally and are listed on check systems, you can still set up a business bank account, even with the same bank that you had issues with. Okay. If you owe the IRS money or others money, they cannot pursue your business bank account to get money that you personally owe. Okay. That's just good. That's just good information to know. Okay. Now, we're going to go into the address, your business address. There are 3 options when selecting your business address, and there are no options after these 3, okay? The first is to have a brick and mortar. You definitely need a place where you can accept packages. A lot of new businesses can't afford a brick and mortar, so that's understandable. So the second option is to have a virtual business address. Virtual business addresses start as low as $50 a month. They're in every city, right? There's many companies in every city that'll give you a virtual business address. The last resort is your home address. The reason why the home address is the last resort is because creditors and lenders do not perceive home-based businesses as being credible, okay? But they look at this on a case-by-case basis. For instance, let's say you're a hairstylist, right? You're a hairstylist doing hair from the house. Well, that's normal. It seems that you can be able to pay a bill by doing that. That seems logical. On the other hand, let's say you're a trucking company. Well, maybe you can't have all those trucks at the house. See, so they're actually looking to see if this makes sense. They just want to make sure that you look like you can pay this bill back, right? And one thing to know is that on your Dun & Bradstreet credit report is a Google Maps picture of your business address. So when they are considering to approve your application, they're looking at your business residence when they're trying to make this determination. And they're trying to see if this all makes sense, okay? You cannot use a P.O. box, and you cannot use a UPS address for your business address, okay? The reason why is that on the application, like I said, every field on an application, they're doing something. And on the application field, or I mean, on the address field, what they're actually doing is pulling up a database of all P.O. boxes and all UPS addresses. And if you match up on that list, then they could deny you, and they don't have to tell you why they denied you. That's the difference in business credit, and that's one of the differences in business credit and personal credit. With personal credit, they have to ask you permission to look at your personal credit. And when they deny you, they have to tell you why they denied you. With business credit, they do not have to ask you permission to look at your business credit report, and they don't have to tell you why they denied you, okay? Okay. Okay, virtual office addresses. This is my go-to. Da Vinci Virtual Office Solutions. All right, that's my go-to. You can go to /vendors and you can get specific instructions on how to order the right product. Now, a lot of these virtual office companies, they may give you the same address that they gave hundreds of other businesses. That's not what you want, okay? You want a unique address for your business. And Da Vinci is definitely will do that if you follow the instructions at /vendors, right? Because what they do is they send out a particular form to the post office box, and they create an address for your business, a unique address for your business. That's what you want. You don't want to have the same address as hundreds of other businesses. That's a red flag to lenders and creditors, okay? Okay, here goes another important step in the basic stuff, and that's having a business telephone. The basic rundown is this. You need a local telephone number that is listed with National 411 Directory, and when you do that, it connects your business address with your telephone number. This is not one of the steps you skip, okay? They definitely check your local telephone number and make sure it's listed. Okay. Now, that's what they consider to, credible businesses to have done that. Okay. Now, I don't consider credible business to have that. That's how the lenders think. See? All right. So they're going to look for this. They're going to see this local number and they're going to check to see if it's listed with the National 411 directory, and your address should match up exactly. For a matter of fact, when you get that certificate back from the Secretary of State, the way that your name, your business name is spelled and your address is spelled on that certificate, that is exactly how you want to always use your business name and address. Exactly. You know what I mean by exactly, right? That means if there's a dash in there, if there's a comma in there, exactly. Okay. Exactly. Okay. Okay, so these are the go-tos for local telephone numbers to get your a business telephone number. Freedom Voice, Vonage, or Ring Central will definitely handle you properly. But my go-to is Freedom Voice. Freedom Voice. That's also on the /vendors page. Okay. Freedom Voice will give you a local number for $9.99, $9.95 per month. They will list it for $3 a month. And they will give you a fax number and an 800 number for under $20 per month. Okay. You cannot use for your telephone, you cannot use a cell phone number or a home number, the home landline, as your main business telephone number. The reason why is back to that application and the telephone part of that application. What they're doing in the telephone part of the application is looking up a database of all cell phone numbers and all home-based lines. Come up on that list, they could deny you. They don't have to tell you why. Okay. All right. So Freedom Voice is the go-to for the local number. Okay. Email, website. You definitely need this stuff set up nowadays, right? You definitely need to set up a website nowadays. In today's time, credible businesses have a website. Lenders and creditors will go to Google and put your business name in and try to find you. Hopefully they will find your website. And when they do find your website, they're going to skip over that nice, pretty homepage you got. And they're going to go straight to the contact page. They're going to look at the contact page. They're going to check the business name, the business address, and the business telephone number. And now they're checking to see if it's the same thing you put on the application. So now they're trying to catch you slipping up. Okay? They're trying to catch you slipping. All right? Everything needs to be lined up exactly. Your name, your telephone number, your address needs to be exactly the same every single place. Okay? Y'all know what that means. Exactly. Right? Okay, email, right? So you should not use a free email service. Okay? You should use your business address, like your name at yourbusinessname.com, right? Don't use partychick at Yahoo, right? For a matter of fact, any of those free email services, they don't want to see you do business. They don't know who you are. Emailing them, contacting them for business, using your free email account. They want to see you doing business from your business website. This is like simple stuff, right? This is simple stuff, but this stuff can get you denied quick and they don't have to tell you why, right? So if you have this stuff set up from the beginning, if you do get denied down the line, you know it's not this. you know it's not this stuff, okay? All right. So boom. Licensing and listings. Okay, if your business requires to have a business license or some kind of certificate to do this, oh shoot, hold on one second. I'm sorry. Yo, I'm in the webinar. Can you put that in the mailbox? I'm in the webinar. Can you put that in the mailbox? Or come up to what? All right, bet. All right, thank you. All right, I'm sorry about that. Okay, I apologize. Okay, where am I? I'm talking about your licenses and permits and stuff that you need. If you have a business and it needs that stuff, then make sure you got that. But the most common mistake is that businesses have an old address on their permit or their license or whatever. They could deny you for that if your address is not lining up on these documents, right? They could deny you for that. All right. Okay, so those are some basic stuff that you need to have set up, right? So now once you are set up credible in the eyes of the lender, then you want to run over to Dun & Bradstreet and get a free DUNS number. A free DUNS number. Okay? You get this free DUNS number. And I keep on saying that it's a free DUNS number because it takes about 30 days to get this DUNS number. And in that 30 days, they're going to contact you by email. They're going to contact you on the phone, and they will convince you that you need to buy something to get this DUNS number. But I'm telling you, it's free. Now, the things that they try to sell you are good products, right? But they only affect your Dun & Bradstreet scores. There are 2 other business credit reporting agencies that it don't affect. So I'm telling you, you don't have to buy that stuff. I'm going to tell, in my classes, I tell you how to make sure you have positive credit at all the 3 major business credit reporting agencies. Okay. Okay. Okay, so you go get that DUNS number, right? It's free, right? Take you a few minutes to fill out the application, take you a few weeks to get the DUNS number back, right? But you need that DUNS number, okay? And the DUNS number is an identifying number that identifies your business directly related to your address, okay? Now, about these business credit reports, right? You need to have access to your business credit reports. There are 3 major business credit reporting agencies. Those three agencies are Dun & Bradstreet, Experian, and Equifax. Each one of these companies are in the business of collecting information, repackaging this information, and selling the information, repackaged. In your case, it's the business credit report. They collected information on your business, and now you want access to your business credit report, and they're going to charge you about $100 per month, okay? Now, the reason why you need access to these business credit reports is because when you start building up your business credit and you make a payment on an account that reports to the business credit reporting agencies, you want to make sure that when you make these payments, they are reporting it accurately and timely, okay? That's why you need access to your business credit reports. Now, when you do business with my company, we charge you $25 per month for all 3 business credit reports. Now, if you go to them on your own, they're going to charge you about $100 per month for those credit reports, okay? That's what you need to know. Okay. Okay. If y'all notice, I'm just telling y'all what y'all need to know and skipping over all the mumbo jumbos. Okay. Okay. Grab your business credit reports. You should be monitoring your credit through Experian, Equifax, and Dun & Bradstreet. You can go to the sites directly or enroll in our credit monitoring system, which is $25 a month for all 3 credit reporting agencies. Okay, now that you understand setting up your business credible in the eyes of the lender, you understand why you need your business credit reports. Now we can actually start doing something, right? And preparing you for these Amazon and Dell accounts, right? Okay, before you get those Amazon and Dell accounts, they want you to have credit already. So if you're starting from scratch and we did what we've done already, set up your business credible in the eyes of the lender, you understand your business credit reports. Now we're gonna start with some starter vendors. And this piece is not that easy because now we have to go find companies that's going to give us credit when we have no credit. And that's hard. 2, they have to be able to report to the business credit reporting agencies, and only 10% of all businesses report to the business credit reporting agencies. Okay. So this is a hard step. We're going to get these starter vendors, which will set up and create our business credit profile. Okay. Okay, so once you know your business is set up credibly, now we need to apply for new credit. There are 3 types of credit when establishing business credit. There's a vendor credit. That's the starter vendors. Net 30, which means when they'll give you credit, they'll give you a little bit of credit. And when you buy something on credit, you have to pay the whole balance in 30 days. That's the vendor credit. Net 30. Okay. Then you got store credit. These are revolving accounts. Right? Revolving accounts do not require you to pay the whole balance in 30 days. They give you a minimum amount to pay each month. Right? And then there's cash credit. Right? Cash credit is like credit cards, right? Where you can pull cash off the card, or you just go use the card any place and buy stuff, right? Now, the store credit and the cash credit, they definitely want you to have credit first. That's why we're going to start with this vendor credit. All right. All right. Okay. The biggest mistake entrepreneurs make when building business credit is that they try to apply for store credit or cash credit before they get the starter vendors. Okay. So I always tell people, building business credit is a step-by-step process. Each step is needed for the next step. So there's no skipping steps. All right. All right. Okay. So we're going to go to these net 30 accounts. Okay. You must start a business credit profile and score with starter vendors. Starter vendors are ones who will give you initial credit even if you have no credit, no score, or no trade lines. Now, most stores like Staples will not give you initial starter credit. So don't even try. Okay? You got to know the starter vendors that's going to give you some credit when you have no credit, and they report. Here are some vendors who will approve you for initial credit now, even if you have none. Okay? My first place I go to is Maverick Office Supplies. They report to all 3 business credit reporting agencies. Maverick Office Supplies, if you go to /vendors, there's a link that's like my affiliate link, right? So check that out. There's also the CEO Creative. That's a good starter vendor also. See if that works for you. The Maverick is a must. You got to go and do that one, right? The CEO, that one has a little stipulation, so check it out, right? And they're all on /vendors, right? The other joints we got here is Uline. Uline sells janitorial supplies, packaging supplies, food service supplies. Barnett is a Home Depot company. Okay. Barnett is a Home Depot company, so they sell everything Home Depot sells. And there's also Quill. All right, that's office supplies. Okay, so that's good. That's a good starter hookup for you right there. And let me let you know about these starter vendors. These starter vendors, well, all the vendors, they change their requirements regularly. Okay, so in my system, that when we do this, our staff keeps an ongoing record of the ones that are good for you to build your business credit, because like my list that I have now is not the same that I had 6 months ago or even 3 months ago. These change. Okay. Right. I used to do Summa office supplies, but they no longer report. See, so a lot of companies don't even report because they're under high guidelines and restrictions to even be able to report. That's why it's hard to find these companies, right? And then on any given day, it's a different list. So you have to be up on it. If you do this on your own, you call up, it's like throwing darts at companies. You have to call them up. Hey, can I get a net 30 account? And do your report. Well, who do you report to? If they say they report to TransUnion, that's not the move. You follow that, right? Okay. Cool. Okay, remember, you'll need a total of 5 vendor accounts to start getting store credit. So to go to the next step, you need 5 accounts. That's why I gave you 5 already. I hope you got them. All right. Find the credit you want. Apply without using your social. Get approved. Start using your credit and pay your bills early. Well, make sure you pay them on time, right? Then watch your business credit build in real time. As you build your business credit, you will get access to more, okay? Do not use your social on these net 30 accounts. Do not use your social on these net 30 accounts. They will ask you for it on every application. You leave that blank. There will be a place on the application to put your EIN number. Now, if you have an application and there's a place to put your social and there is not a place to put your EIN number, then you have the wrong application. You need the business application, okay? All right, cool beans, all right? All right, so, okay, that's cool. Okay, so we're gonna get those 5. Let me go over what a pay debt score is real quick. The pay debt score is issued by Dun & Bradstreet. The pay debt score is what the lenders look at to determine your credit worthiness. The pay debt score goes from 0 to 100. Okay, 0 to 100. Dun & Bradstreet will not issue you a pay debt score until 3 vendors are reporting to Dun & Bradstreet. Okay, so the first number I gave you for Dun & Bradstreet is the DUNS number. You need that, which identifies your business, right? So then when you find vendors that report to Dun & Bradstreet, you'll be giving them your Dun & Bradstreet number, so they'll know exactly where to send that report. When they receive 3 reports from 3 vendors, Dun & Bradstreet will issue you this pay debt score. If those 3 vendors were paid on time, your score will be about a 76, knowing that a 70 score is lendable. So you're already in the game, okay? You're already in the game, but you really need to be up to 80, okay? So you just work on it. Get another payment in there to Dun & Bradstreet early, or I mean on time or whatever, right? And it'll be up to 80 easy. Okay. Monitor your business credit reports and watch the accounts get reported. Allow 30 to 90 days for them to report and contact the vendor for some reason if they don't get reported. And I'm gonna tell you, that's a problem. because these businesses are not in the business of after the transaction stuff. They're in the business of making the transaction, selling whatever they sell. So there's no good support for stuff after the sale, right? So if you call back and say, hey, where's my trade line? Well, the person you just picked up the telephone don't even know what a trade line is. Okay, then you want to call to talk to the credit department. The person that said that picked up the phone in the credit department might not know the answer to this question, where your trade line is. Then you have to go to the credit manager. And then a lot of these companies use third-party companies to make the transmissions of these reports to the business credit reporting agencies. So one of the benefits of using a consultant like my company is that we know how to handle this already. I'm not saying you don't know how to handle it. You can do it. It's simple stuff, right? But we know how to identify problems and we know how to fix them, all of them, just like that, all right? So we save you time and money because time is money. Like when I first started doing this, I had a problem. I didn't even know I had a problem for 3 months. Then when I found out how to fix the problem, it took me a while to figure out how to fix the problem. Then it took me 3 months to fix the problem. You got 6 months to sit around for one trade line? Nah, I don't think so. So sometimes it's worth spending a little money to have a consultant guide you through this to get you to your financial goals for your business. Okay. Once you have 5 trade lines reporting, next you can start securing revolving store credit cards for your EIN. Keep in mind, all applications will ask you for your social. Starter vendors have leave blank. Revolving accounts do ask for your social. Okay, so the starter vendors, you leave the social blank. The revolving accounts, that's when they require you to have your social. There's a new law, right? Check this out. There's a new law starting in 2018 that these companies that are going to give you a credit account and they use a third party like a bank to provide you credit, because like those net 30s, they're giving you credit in-house, right? They're not giving you that much credit. They're doing it in-house. The revolving accounts are going to a bank to get you a credit account. And now the new law is they have to identify who you are. So they ask you for your social. If they're going to do this without a personal guarantee, it will be in the fine print where you're supposed to put your social. It's in the fine print, and the fine print is in legal terminology. So it's a trick. It's a trick. I'm telling you. All right, but if you could get through that mumbo jumbo, that legal mumbo jumbo, you can figure out where to put your social, and it is not a personal guarantee. And then you'll have a place to put your social, and it is a personal guarantee. Okay? So that's a trick right there. I ain't gonna lie. Okay. Most major retailers do offer business credit as well as consumer credit. Staples, Office Depot, Home Depot, Lowe's, Target, Walmart, Costco, Sam's Club, Radio Shack. You know this shit is old as hell. Okay, Best Buy, BP, Chevron, Amazon, Shell. See, a lot of companies, for some companies, just having these accounts is what they need to offset some expenses, right? Like a trucking company, they need gas to get the load down the block, and they don't get paid until the load is done. So boom, you can free up money with a gas card and don't have to pay that gas until after you get the money. All right. So a lot of companies, this is a way to offset some of those expenses and free up capital to do other things. Okay. Here we go, down to the nitty gritty. Dell, these are the requirements to get a Dell account. Are you ready? Dell, and this is the information that when you, my clients, this is the type of information that is provided to them for every vendor that we suggest, okay? So Dell, they sell computers and computer accessories. They report to Dun & Bradstreet. Dell looks for a 75 pay debt score or higher. An 80 pay debt score reflects you pay bills on time. So to get approved, you'll need to have your vendor account reporting, have an established profile and score with Dun & Bradstreet, and have paid your bills on time. You should also be in business for 6 months to get approved at Dell. They will typically ask for a personal guarantee if you have not been in business for 6 months. Since you spent 90 days, well, this is going to be quick to get this. That's what I'm saying. You should really have multiple accounts reporting to Dun & Bradstreet with good scores. If not, they'll want to see your personal credit for approval. This is why you build your vendor accounts is so important. You see that? Those starter vendors are important. Okay. They will ask you for your company name, your date of birth, your mother's maiden name, and ID numbers, including your driver's license number and your EIN number. To get approved, you call 800-999-3355. That's the number for Dell. Ask for the commercial account department. I'll give you so much details. Oh my God. Okay. Also keep in mind, they will usually issue very high limit accounts, but they'll also match your current limits. So it's good to have a revolving account already, and a revolving account that you have used. Call them back and ask for increases, because Dell is going to match. A lot of times they do match your highest revolving credit limit. Okay, Amazon. Amazon.com. Y'all already know. They report to Dun & Bradstreet, Experian, and Equifax. To get approved with no personal guarantee, you must have an EIN number and be in business for 3 years. 3 years at Amazon. But you can get approved not being in business for 3 years, depending on the quality of your business credit profile. If you're a new business and have little or no payment experiences, they'll ask you for a PG, personal guarantee. But initially, don't give them your, well, no. Amazon is one of them that's going to ask for your social, okay? Because they're gonna use a third party to give you this credit account. Credit limits are usually between $500 and $2,500. All new accounts will get called back by Amazon to verify authenticity. You will get a call back from them. The call will probably come from their underwriter, which is GE Capital. Okay, GE Capital. This is the true revolving account and is not a net 30 account. Hold on, I see we got some stuff in the chat. I'm gonna get to you. Hold on one sec. Oh, okay, I see that stuff in the chat. Hold on one second. We're gonna get back to that. All right. Okay, let me run through this Walmart. Then I'm gonna go back to all those questions. All right. Walmart. Y'all already know about Walmart. They report to Experian and Equifax. To get approved, you should have both. You should have business credit established with both Dun & Bradstreet and Equifax. Your pay debt score should be 75 or higher. You already know. Okay. If you have enough multiple paid as agreed business accounts reporting, you should get approved without a personal guarantee. If you don't get approved due to lack of credit, then they'll give you the option of reapplying with a personal guarantee. To get approved, you'll need to apply in the store or through a fax. This is a revolving account, not a net 30 account. Okay. All right, let's go to these questions. But once you have 10 accounts on your credit, then you can start applying for the the Visa, MasterCard, and American Express. All right. Okay, so let's go to these questions. He said, what about Regis? Regis is good. All right. Nakithia, Nick. Oh, I'm messing up your name already. But anyway, you know who I'm talking about. Regis is good. Okay. What about NAB? Do we need that? Does it do the same thing? Okay, NAB, good question. NAB has a free situation and they have a paid situation. All right. The free situation is going to do you no good because those free situations that NAB gives you a letter grade. You do not need a letter grade. You need scores for your business credit from 0 to 100. Okay. Now, the paid ones that they do pay, they're going to cost you more. They're going to, I think one of my clients got one that's $50 a month. But know that we got to hook up for $25 a month for all three. Okay. So that's the hookup, right? And we have, see, the reason why we're able to do that is because we have like a volume discount with them. And so we have these reports that are customized so that you can do what you need to do. Know your business credit lines, know what the balances are, the limits on them, and see, reading your business credit reports let you know when to go to the next steps, okay, in building up your business credit. So that's how that goes with the NAB. I hope I answered that question. Miss Cole, Mr. Booker is hilarious. It's so cool. All right, thank you. Stacy Ann is in the building with a smile. She's laughing probably, right? Audrey, she says I'm funny. I ain't funny. I'm just me. Okay, I'm just me. All right. Okay. Miss Lydia, she directed message me. Maybe I need to whisper this. When ordering from a Net30 account, what is the minimum amount you're required to order? Good question, Lydia. When you are ordering any of these accounts, it needs to be at least $50. All right, because some companies will not report if the order is under $50. Also, let me give you a bonus on that. Some companies will not report if you buy the item and pay for the item in the same month. Boom. I got a strategy for that. Here goes the strategy. Ready? Okay, the strategy is this. Most companies report at the end of the month. And when you get these accounts, you want to know who they report to and when they report. Most of them report at the end of the month. So let's do an example. Let's say this example reports at the end of the month. What I'm going to do is buy the item close to the end of the month, like the 25th of the month. Then at the end of the month, they're going to report. At that time, that report needs to say that I owe. I owe for that thing that I just bought, right? I owe, right? Then I'm going to pay it about the 5th, but I'm going to pay it within 14 days, within 14 days of the invoice date. Because if you pay within 14 days of the invoice date, then the report that they send in says, hey, they paid early. If you pay on between the 15th day and the 30th day, the report they send in says you paid on time. If you paid on the 31st day or after, the report they send in says you paid late. All right, you got that. That's that bonus stuff right there. All right, cool. Hope y'all got that. All right, what else we got in here? Stacy Yan, can you please repeat the 3 mistakes again of applying the wrong type of accounts in the time allows? Hold on. Did I get that right? Can you please repeat the 3 mistakes again of applying for the wrong type of account if time allows? Okay. the wrong type of account. Are you talking about when I said that there's 3 types of accounts? There's the vendor credit, the store credit, and the cash credit? Is that what you're saying? I think yes, that's what she's saying. Okay. So building business credit is a step-by-step process. Each step is needed for the next step. So getting those starter vendors is first. Once you got those 5 starter vendors, then you can go to the revolving accounts. All right. And then once you get 10 accounts on your credit, then you can start applying for Visa, MasterCard, American Express. Okay. That's the general basic rule of building up your business credit. All right. You can't skip steps. In other words, you can't just go straight to the revolving accounts. They will deny you every time if there's nothing on your credit report. They need to see something on your credit. Okay. Okay, so I hope I answered that. Let's see what else we got. Miss Merriweather, if I'm getting mail from CC companies, credit card companies, that my company may be pre-approved, should I apply? Hell no. That's that junk mail. That's that junk mail, okay? That's when they send out 100,000 applications, and then if 1,000 people apply, and okay, those are the throwing the darts, right? They say you pre-qualify. That's BS. They didn't pre-qualify you yet. That's that sham school stuff, right? Okay. I know that I was comical in that answer, but I hope I answered that question. Okay. Miss Stacy says, "Oh, I got it. Don't skip steps. Thank you." Bet. Miss Merriweather, she knows the answer to that one. Bet. Any more questions? Lydia, she got another question in here? What up, Lydia? No? Okay, cool. All right. Now, I done went over how to get that Dell, Amazon, and all that stuff, right? Check this out. I got a lot of information on my blog, right? There's a bunch of information on my blog at /blog, right? There's a bunch of information on there I can't put in here. You know what's not on here, on this page right here, is my Spotify. So I have a new Spotify. The Spotify is a video podcast called Business Credit is Real. Check that out, right? So you can listen to me riding up the highway, right? Spotify. And we got all these social medias. So pick your favorite social media platform. Make sure you get your free guide on how to build business credit. In order to start building business credit with us, just schedule your free business credit consultation by going to businesscreditbuilder.us/consult. Ms. Cole got a question. I have a question. Is it possible to have my documents amended to match up? I started out with a shorter name. Do I do a new application? Which documents are you talking about? At the Secretary of State? If you're talking about the Secretary of State, then you can go back to Secretary of State and have your name changed, right? And I'm gonna be straight with you on that, right? I don't know the details about that, but I don't trust that. I've had clients come to me and say, "Hey, I changed my name, this, that, and the other," but I don't like that. I really don't. I really don't, because you never know if they're gonna see that old name or whatever. But you could do it, but I just don't like it. I like, if I made a mistake, let me start all over from scratch. So I'm totally in control of this information. You need to be totally in control of this information. But I think you can do that. Okay. But like I said, I don't know the real details about that. And, but I don't trust that. Just, it's like one of those feeling things. You know how you're feeling stuff? I don't feel that. But some people have done that. And they said it worked out for them. All right. So cool. Let's see. We got something else. Lydia got something. Noel, please inform the attendees know if they are in the process of starting a new business, the owners can secure their virtual number and pay $1 each month to hold the number until the company is ready to go public. When you say ready to go public, do you mean the stock exchange or just public, visible to the general public? And I don't know about this. So I don't know about that. You know what I mean? I know that I'm not going to get the telephone number until I have a address. I'm not going to go to the Secretary of State until I have my address. Okay, because you got the wrong address. Now you got to go back to the Secretary of State and pay $20 to change the address. And when you get this telephone number, you have to put the address on there when you've listed with the 411. So knowing that this is basic stuff, right? Okay, so I don't know. Did I answer that question? What was that? Let me see if I did answer that question. Yeah. Starting a business, yeah. The $1 a month to hold your number. Yeah. I don't know about that $1 thing. I ain't gonna lie. All right, I'm only gonna tell you stuff I know. Okay, if I don't know it, I ain't gonna say jack. All right, so cool. Boom. Miss Cole. So, do I totally set up a new company? I can't tell you that one, Miss Cole. Some people have done the name change thing, and it worked out for them. I haven't heard any repercussions from that. But I can just see some things happening down the line that it might mess up some. But some people say they did do it. The Secretary of State, they changed the names and stuff like that. So I can't make all the decisions for you, okay? You have to weigh that one out for you, all right? Okay. What else we got here? So what do you do in this case if you were me? You trying to catch me out there. It depends. See, there's a whole lot of different variations that's gonna like if I already spent a whole bunch of money into this name or to this company, and then you got to think about the EIN number. You got to think, you know what I mean? So if I was brand new, straight out, right, and the only mistake was this name, I'd probably just go pay another $100 to go get another name, because in Georgia, it's only $100. In California, it's $800 to do a corporation. In New York, it's $275. In Florida, $250 or something. So you got to weigh that out yourself, right? So me, if it's only $100 where I'm at, is Georgia, I might, and I ain't spend that much into getting this business together, I'm gonna go start over from scratch for real and make sure I'm down. Okay. All right. I don't know if I answered that perfectly. I'm just trying to be straight. Okay. This whole thing started as a side hustle. That's kind of how it got evolved. Okay. I had 100 side hustles that if I was to do it over, every side hustle or idea I had, I would have went to the Secretary of State if I would do this all over. And I had 100 business ideas. Some worked, some didn't. Some I did for a little while and stopped, right? I had a whole bunch. I had so many that one time I went to my buddy and asked him, well, what should I do with this business stuff? And he saw all the different business ideas he had. He said, man, you got too much stuff going on. You need to consolidate, right? So some of the stuff I just dropped off and just focused in on the needs of small businesses. So the things I do now is accounting, bookkeeping. I do websites, and now talk about business credit, all small business related, right? So I hope I answered that question. Let's see. What else we got? I wish, this is Stacy, yeah. I wish I had known because I will have to go back to the state, Secretary of State, change my address, etc. You dropped a lot of gems. Oh, no doubt. Oh, no doubt. I wish I had this information like 20 something, 40 years ago, right? I wish somebody had sat down with me and told me this stuff straight out, right? Because I'd probably be in a different situation if I knew how to access credit for my business. Let's see, Miss Nikithia got a question. The labels on my products will not match my business address, and I was told that it was okay. And I had already had labels made. See what I'm talking about? However, I am about to get a virtual address. Can I just go with getting the new address for my bank account and other accounts? Also, the same thing for my EIN number. It has my home address. Does it need to be changed? Hell yeah. Everything needs to line up. When you fill out an application on that day, you can expect them to go to the Secretary of State, check your ID. You can expect them to go to your website, check your address and the telephone number. You can expect them to check the IRS. All that stuff when you fill out the application. It needs to line up, right? Okay, the first part of that question, I don't think I understood that. The business products. Oh yeah, the labels and stuff, right? Yeah, all that stuff needs to line up too. That's like one of them joints where you might have to bite the bullet on an incorrect expense that you take, because you don't want that to come back and bite you, because it can bite you and you get denied down the line, and they don't have to tell you that your label didn't have the right address. They don't have to tell you that. You see? If they tell you that, then that's cool. But they don't have to tell you that. So you might get denied and not even know why you got denied. You don't want it to be because your label got the wrong address on it or the wrong business name. Woo! You'll never find that, right? You'll think, hey, I can never get a loan. Okay, that's why we need to eliminate all this simple stuff first, so that when you do get denied, well, now you might be able to determine what it is because you know it ain't this other stuff. Okay. All right. Okay. Ms. Cole, I will schedule a consult with your firm. We will talk about it. 105 in Missouri. I'm gonna add that to my my footnotes. 105 in Missouri. All right. The Secretary of State. Okay. Anthony Finch has a question. Is Brex and Ramp good startup business cards to apply for? Let me tell you something about Brex, right? I don't understand Brex. I'm gonna be straight. Brex is on our list in one of the tiers of vendors, right? But when I looked at it, it's kind of confusing on how they're going to help me. So, you know, to my clients that are basic, simple people, I had not seen where it's going to be worth it for me to use Brex. Okay. But it is on our list. All right. As one of the vendors. I don't know about Ramp. Okay. I don't know about Ramp. Okay. But Brex, I can't understand Brex, actually. I'm gonna be straight. But it is on the list as a good vendor. So you go with it on your own. Okay, Miss Cole got something else to say. We appreciate you for real. God bless you for helping us and giving us all this game. Yeah, it's all about who got the best game out there. So, I don't mind sharing the info. You know what I mean? It's not gonna slow up mine. I'm trying to help. So if my community can do better, a little bit better, or get to the next step of where they're going to, then I do better, right? And hopefully God will bless me. Okay, Stacey, yeah, facts. Your journey is helping us now. She keeps it 100. Okay, Miss Cole has another comment. I'm going to have to take one for the team, spend money and call it the price of doing business. Yeah, there are some prices of doing business and a lot of them ain't good. Right? It costs to be the boss, okay? And not every boss made the right decisions every single time. You know what I mean? Bosses make mistakes. That's why they're the boss, because they done made a mistake. They fixed it out. They fixed it and they moved on. That's what bosses do. Bosses make boss decisions. All the decisions bosses make are not easy decisions. Right? Sometimes you gotta make boss moves. Sometimes making the boss moves, spending money to do this consultation to get your business credit right. Be a boss, make boss moves on them. All right. Sometimes taking risks. Being a boss is taking risks. Calculated risks, right? You got to calculate your risk. And only you can calculate your risk, right? Okay. Miss Cole, take one for the team. Okay. Nikki, I'm not gonna mess up your name no more. I'm just gonna call you Nikki. I was told because items was made different places, just make sure everything else matches up. Let me see what you mean by made in different places. I'm not sure what you mean, but everything does need, all your name, address, all that stuff needs to match up. But I don't know what you mean by because the items were made in different places. So clarify.
I'm gonna just speak real quick because it's hard to type.
Oh yeah, no problem.
Thank you so much. I'm like trying to type. Yeah, I was told, I have like a business coach, and she was saying everything else needs to match: the bank, the EIN, everything else. But when it comes to the item, because I just had all the labels made, that it's okay because where it's manufactured from, it, things change, and that's something that, wasn't a huge deal compared to making sure I might need to get the EIN address changed. I do have the business phone number, the local and the 800, but I was really concerned about it. So I thought I would put that question out again, but I just got to know.
Are you talking about, like, I know you're talking about the name, the address, all that stuff, but when it comes to the vendor that supplied you the labels, is that what you're talking about? That different?
Well, I have a beauty product, and on my label, I have the address as I live on a military base, so Fort Meade. So when I first started, that's the address that I had. So I just have the Fort Meade on there, and I have my business phone number on there. But I don't have anything else yet. I don't have the virtual address. I was just concerned about everything matching.
Okay, so in that case, right, I don't see that harming you too much, because in getting a loan, because if you go to a loan officer, they're not going to look at if they see pictures of your label and it has a different address. But that could be logical also, because it's normal for a business to have a corporate office and different satellite addresses, right? But you want to make sure when you put on an application that when they ask you for your main business address, this is the same. Now, that label, that address on the label, I don't see it, harming you too much, right? That's a real low risk of a lender looking at your website and seeing the label and it has a different address on it.
Okay, that makes sense.
So that's
what about the
low
EIN?
risk, right? But I'm not saying it won't happen. I'm not saying that they're going to look at the label and say, oh, wait up, that address. Somebody might look at it like that, right? But I say that's a low risk, right?
That makes sense. But what about the EIN? Because that's the part that has the same thing. I was concerned.
The EIN number, that EIN number, the address associated to your EIN number needs to line up to your Secretary of State.
When you say Secretary, do you mean the virtual address that I'm going to get, or?
Well, what should be on your Secretary of State should be your main business address. Whatever you use for your main business address, and that should be the address that's used. So whatever on your Secretary of State, the address, that's your main business address. That's what they look to. That's the first place they're gonna look. That's like on the screening process, that's one of the things, like on the address part on the application, that's what they're looking for. They go into the Secretary of State and they're matching up that address to the letter.
So I need to change my EIN address to the virtual, because I'm going to get a virtual address because I know I need it. Because right now I'm using a home address on my EIN documents.
Right. It all needs to line up. Right?
Okay. Thank you so much.
All right. Cool. All right. What else we got here? I'm glad y'all asking all these questions, no doubt. Sometimes I have these webinars, they don't say jack. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Miss Lydia has another question. The attendee who had previously purchased business cards and needs to reorder new business cards. What? Hold on. Let me back up. I'm getting tired. Okay. Who had previously purchased business cards and needs to reorder new business cards with the business's current info, should she be able to write the cost off at tax time? Okay. That's not a business credit question. That's an accounting question. I happen to know the answer to, but I'm in the capacity of business credit right now. So the answer to that question is yes. Any expense that you incur on the behalf of your business, such as business cards, office supplies, that usually goes under office supplies, that might go under the promotions line, right? Those are expenses to your business that offset your taxable income, right? So you have your total general, like on your taxes, you have your revenue, and then you have your expenses. You subtract the expenses from the revenue, and that's your profit, right? And you are taxed on your profit. So the more expenses that you have, the lower your profit, the lower your taxes. You follow that, Ms. Cole? All right, so let me run that back again. Let's see. On your income statement, you have your revenue, all the money you took in for the year. Then you have your expenses. Your expenses are listed. Then you take your expenses away from your revenue, and that's your profit, right? Now, your profit number is what the IRS is looking at to charge you, to tax your ass, right? They're going to tax you on your profit. So the higher your expenses, the lower your profit, the lower your liability. That's why some companies have a line item in there that's contributions, deductible contributions that they get to a nonprofit. Because some companies make so much money, they got to lower they got to increase their expenses and lower their liability by giving away money. Okay, that's what the companies that make so much money, right? Right. Okay, so I hope I answered that. Okay, let's see. Boom. Let's see. Going I read that one. The whole thing because it's made different places. Okay, I talked about that. Miss Finch said thanks. Word up. Lydia, the attendee, okay. Nikki says how to get access to your list. How do we get access to your list? Do you have a training or program, and how much is it? What list are you talking about? Oh, you mean my my vendor list? Yeah. To get access to the vendor list, then you would be one of my clients. I can go over my services in detail if you like. Or you could check out my YouTube and see the prices that way. Let's see. Let me go through the questions, and then we'll see what time we got, and we can go through all of that stuff. What is Brex? Come on now. Don't ask me what is Brex when we got a Google out here. Okay. So Brex is some business that they do some stuff for businesses and help you out financially. And like I was telling the guy that I don't understand Brex. I cannot find a benefit for my clients using Brex, okay? If you need to know more about that Brex thing, I can go into my system and we could go look in there and see, right? Because like I did notice them in my list. So we can go in there and see what they do, right? Okay, your articles of organization from the Secretary of State sent to you, Nikki. Okay, all righty. If I have time, okay, yeah. Please go over the services with us if you have time. All right, that's a bet. We're gonna do that. All right, so cool. That's all the questions. So let's do over the services, right? Okay, this is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna come out to share, and I'm gonna reshare sharing my screen, and we're gonna go to the internet, right? Or what am I doing here? Okay, no. I'm gonna open up a another thing here. Okay. Now let's share this screen. Okay, so now you should see this presentation here. This is a different webinar that I do. And it has the information that we need for the products that we do. Okay, so slideshow. Come on. Oh, I'm sorry. Hold on. On the current slide. On the current slide. Oh, come on. Okay. I don't know what's happening, but it's not working exactly right. But you should be able to see my screen. Not exactly like I like it, but you should be able to see how to easily get business credit and financing all in one place, right? Okay, bet. Okay, so on every page on my website, at the bottom of the website, there are video testimonials of clients that have gotten our product and they testify to how it works. And I'm gonna tell you, all my clients that do the steps, not all the clients do the steps, but the clients that do the steps, they get more than they bargained for. They get more than I even told them they was gonna get if you do the steps in the order, okay? Okay, this is the ultimate solution, the Business Credit Builder. The Business Credit Builder is powered by the Business Finance Suite, all right? It's the easiest and the fastest way to get money and build and grow your business. It's a simple solution. This is what you get. You get business credit for your business, not linked to your social, through the top selling business credit system. You get access to funding for your business to start, build, and grow. Our cutting-edge technology helps you meet credibility requirements before you apply. You get access to discounted business credit reports. I told you all about the discount, right? The $25 per month for the 3 reports you get, right? You get the largest supply of starter vendors. The largest supply is because we keep a current list of all these starter vendors, all the vendors, right? We always keep our vendors up to date. Massive selection of revolving store credit and underwriting guidelines. The underwriting guidelines is the stuff that lets you know whether or not you qualify for it right now. If you do this on your own, you're throwing darts at the companies and just trying to see if they could give you credit. You're spending time on the application. So with us, we let you know what the underwriting guidelines are before you apply, saving you money, saving you time. We got the hard to find cash credit sources. These are the credit cards, the business credit cards. If you do this on your own and you go try to find a business credit card, what you will find is a bunch of Capital One cards that say, hey, we're a business credit card. But when you ask them who they report to, they say TransUnion. That's not the one. So it's hard to find business credit cards that report to the business credit reporting agencies, okay? There's no personal credit check or guarantee required in order to build business credit. With our system, you get access to our cash flow financing options, our collateral-based financing options, our unsecured financing options. The unsecured is our hybrid program, right? That's when you have good personal credit, you can go get some money. And you could be a startup with good credit. I didn't talk about that today. But if you go to my website and go to the get funding, you'll see the stuff about the hybrid program, okay? For when you have good personal credit. We got access to private monies, okay? Okay, so all my clients that get, I have 2 products. The core package, when you get my core package, you get a control panel like this. Now, this has all these buttons on the left because this is my reseller account, so I got these extra buttons, right? But basically, you're gonna have this button down here that says, build my business credit, right there, right? You'll go in there and you'll see your course of content, right? And it's gonna take you through every single detail of building your business credit in the order that you need to go, right? So we're gonna go into one of them and you'll see the first step is to get your business name, right? So in every single step, we will give you this type of instructions. You'll go into this business name thing and it'll show you how to get your business name. There will be a video on how to get your business name. Then if you still can't figure it out, then we have an advisory team that you can call or email, or you can call or email me. Some of my clients do continue just to call me, but you still have access to the advisory team. The advisory team is going to be there for you to answer whatever question you have. All right. So this is the type of service that we give you throughout the whole process. Every single step, you will not be alone. There's always going to be somebody right there that's an expert at doing this. All right. Now, you've seen this before, but we build business credit in 4 tiers of vendors, right? So each tier will give you about 15 vendors and we'll say, pick 3 of these. Then you'll go through the 3, then you'll go and pick your vendors and stuff. So this one is for Racetrack, and it gives you all the details that you need to know about the vendor, who they report to, the payment terms of this vendor. This one is Revolving for Racetrack. It gives you their telephone number, their fax number, description of what they sell, and how to qualify. So for Racetrack, what you need is an EIN number, a DUNS number, a payday score of 78, preferred 3 years in business, business entity, and your phone listed with 411. Most requirements have that one in there, that phone listed with 411. Most of them got that because all of them are checking it. Okay, so you'll know when you can apply for a racetrack and when not to. Just imagine you just doing this on the fleek and you just going to just different companies and just trying to figure out if you can qualify. That's going to be difficult. All right. Okay, here goes Christine. Christine is one of my clients, but she's not a normal client. She got all of these approvals without using her social in 6 months. But not everybody can do this, okay? She's a stay-at-home mom. Her husband is a truck driver. That's why she's able to do this. Not everybody can do that, okay? Because we got stuff to do, right? We got things to do in the day. So not everybody can do this. Here goes the list. Sprint 2,000, Amazon 4,500, Tractor Supply 5,000, Exxon 5,000, Fuel Man Fleet 6, BJ 7, BP 8, Lowe's 10, Apple 12.5, Shell 15. Whew. This list here is over $250,000. Look at PNC Bank, that's $150,000. Had she used her social, they would give her $250,000. So anybody could do this, okay? Now everybody does this at their own pace though. You know, because people ask me, well, how long does it really take? The general answer to that is 12 months, all right? Generally, you can, if you're diligent, you can do it in 12 months in my system. Most people do it in more than 6 months. I mean, more than 12 months. There's a few people that do it in less than 12 months, but it's all about how you get an account, buy an item, pay it, and track your stuff, meaning you reading your business credit reports, knowing when to go to the next step, stuff like that, right? Okay. You get your own business credit advisor who offers concierge service for 12 months to help you build your business credit. Your own finance officer for 5 years to help you get the best financing for your business. Okay, here's a quick summary. You get your own business finance suite control panel, discounted business credit reports, free DUNS number, largest supply of starter vendors, massive selection of revolving store credit, hard to find cash credit sources, access to cash flow, collateral-based, unsecured, and private money sources. Okay, this to typically take you about 18 to 24 months. So with us, you're saving time. Okay, and you gotta think of it as an investment, making boss moves, right? Taking risks to further your business, right? So we offer 2 different packages. The core package is what I explained to you with the control panel. The business credit the business credit building program is a one-on-one consultation with me, right? For 1 year. The core package is unlimited. You always got that. You always have access to money. The program, the one-on-one program is for 1 year, all right? Okay. So this is the rundown for the core package. It usually costs, if you go find, and this is not really offered, what we are offering with the building of your business credit and access to the financing is not offered any place, all right? But if it was, it would cost about $4,400. My price is only $29.95, okay? But don't be, okay, so my price is $29.95. And all right, here goes the good news. Okay, here goes the good news. You can get this with a single payment of $22.50, single payment, or you can put down $1,500 and make 6 monthly payments. But seeing that y'all actually asked me about this, what I'm gonna do is I could do a $1,000 credit if y'all act now, right? If you act now, I could do a $1,000 credit, but I'm able to do that because corporate gave me the hookup, but I can only do that one time. So the first person to call me at the end of the webinar will get that $1,000 off, which means all you got to do is a single payment of $1,250. $1,250 single payment. That's only to one person, right? But what you would do is call me at 404-500-9687 at the end of this webinar, and that's how you get that hookup if you're interested. Okay. Now here goes the one-on-one. The one-on-one would retail at $2,500. My price is $995. You can get down with a $400 down payment and 3 monthly payments, or you could do a single payment of $750. Right? So I'm even throw you all a hookup on that. If you want to do that now, we can do a single payment of $600, but I can only do one of those. Okay. In order to get down on that $600 joint for that, call me right after the webinar, 404-500-9687. Now, see, the benefit of being in these webinars is you get deals like this. Right? If you go to the website, it's going to have the higher number up there. Right? So being in the webinars gives you the hookups. All right, so that's the hookup on that, right? So I also got these ebooks at /ebooks. All right, they start at $10. All right, so if you can't afford none of that, get one of these, right, for $10, or just go to the blog, right? Y'all know about the blog. But in basic of everything, just schedule yourself a free business credit consultation. If you want to take advantage of one of those hookups, call me up right now when we hang up on this call, and we'll get it popping. All right. All right, y'all got me sweating out here. I hope the information was useful and stuff like that. Give y'all something to think about, and if y'all are able to capitalize on making it happen right now, make sure you'll do what you need to do. Nikki, what is the difference between the core and the other program? Will the core come with any one-on-one? If you get the core, you can do one-on-one with me still. You still can, with the core, you get the advisors, which you can always call them 9 to 5. And I think they in Florida. You can call them, email them, right? Some of my clients, they want to call me because let me tell you the little difference, right? Here's a little difference in the two. The core package, the advisors, they got a script, right? For every single question you got for them, they got a script. And they're going to come from the script like a customer service team, right? Now me, I'm going to tell you the straight, real, down and dirty, right? From the get, okay? So with the core package, you do have access to the advisors, but you also have access to me. I'm not going to be like, yo, just call the advisors. No, I ain't going to do that. I'm here to help you, right? For real, I'm genuinely here to help you. Right? I'm genuinely here to help you. Okay. So cool. Miss Cole. Yeah. Great information. Miss Merriweather says, yes. Thank you for that question, Nikki. True. And Miss Cole been hanging out. She was the first one in here and about the last one leaving out this beast. All right, everybody. I thank y'all. We're going to end this for the night. Y'all have me running my mouth. Thank you very much. Is that where I take my bow now? All right, y'all. Y'all have a good one. I appreciate y'all for coming. I hope to do business with y'all. All right. That's how we eat over here. Okay. All right, y'all. Y'all have a good one. Peace, love, one. Let's see how we get out of here. Stop the share. We out like shout. Word is born.